Welcome back to another Origins showcase. Now, as always, I like coming up finding all these beautiful, cool ideas that people create in the community, whether it be cool ones based off mobs already in Minecraft, or really awesome concepts that the person creates on their own for new ideas to add to Minecraft, and today's video is no different. Today we're going to be taking a look at a Witherian, which is essentially a Wither skeleton-based origin instead of the Wither origins that we've been seeing a lot of for the Technoblade stuff. Now, before we get into this video, I'd like to ask you guys to hit the subscribe button down below, as it's always helpful. We're trying to get to 100k before the end of 2021. Either way, let's get back into the video. Now, essentially speaking, the creator of this origin data pack pretty much saw a lot of Technoblade Wither data packs, but they had little to no link to the actual Wither skeletons themselves, and it was literally just made in mind for Technoblade himself. He's not, of course, saying that this origin that he came up with here is not for Technoblade. It's just more of a thing that's more for mainstream, that's meant to be based solely off of the Wither skeleton idea, rather than be making an origin that is based around what Technoblade wants to use. Either way, let's run through the information that we were given from this origin. First off, let's go over the lore/story behind this origin. Born in the terrible Nether fortresses, this origin has a weak bones but strong abilities overall. It has a bad unexplained history with the piglins, but a good one with its brothers, the Blazes, and the fellow Wither skeletons. Either way, running through the perks, pros, and cons to all of this, we've got is not hostile with Wither skeletons or Blazes unless provoked, deals Wither effects 2 times for 3 seconds at 1 second cooldown, and also cannot get the Wither effect himself, and will always spawn with a stone sword because it's the details of the Wither skeleton. As previously mentioned, the creator of this origin wanted to make it as detailed and as similar to the actual mob of the Wither skeleton as possible, so adding in the stone sword spawning thing is just a little detail that's pretty cool. Anyhow, moving on to the neutral abilities kind of thing, you've got first off, you spawn in a Nether fortress, which is really cool and should be really useful when starting off in a new world, especially if you need blaze rods and all those bits and pieces, as well as your undead. Essentially speaking, the potion effects and smite affect you how they would affect a zombie or skeleton or anything along those lines. It's pretty self-explanatory. You're just an undead person, so you take those potions in those ways. Moving on to your cons, you've got less knockback due to your weak overall bones, being that you cause a lot less knockback, not that knockback affects you less, as well as you take more kinetic damage overall, kind of the same thing. You've got weaker, more fragile bones. You also take more exhaustion, 2 times more damage taken, as well as your 1.5 slower as well in swimming, and 0.5 while exposed to the sun. So after playing around with this origin for a couple of minutes, I realized a few different weird, interesting quirks that comes with this one. Now, first off, you may not get your stone sword the first time around you spawn, because it's a bit of a weird thing along those lines, but if you die, anytime from that point onwards, you will be automatically handed a stone sword when you spawn. Also, on the same note, any form of blazes or withers that are around you when you spawn initially will possibly be aggro against you, but if you move away from that spawn chunk area and go near new mobs or spawn new mobs, those guys won't be so aggro against you. But at the same time, if you hit either a wither or a blaze, all withers and blazes around you will all go aggro on you. So it's not just the one that you hit, it's everything around you that will go after you. So essentially, don't do it. Not worth your time unless you're willing to fight all of them off. But other than that, it's really cool and a really good take in the Wither skeleton based origin direction. Either way, how you get to it, I'll leave a link to the guy's GitHub down below, as he's got it all set up on a GitHub, and that's where you go to go download it, and it's a data pack that you do not unzip, so just install it as a data pack and it should be working fine from that point onwards. Either way, if you did enjoy this video, make sure to slap a like down below, hit the subscribe button as well, and I'm going to go off and make another one of these guys and give you another origin to look at a little later today. Either way, goodbye.